Alright, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. And real quick, before we get started, as always, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for your guys' constant generosity and your support to me as always. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. And if you guys are actually interested in becoming a lovely commander yourself, if you are interested in any of these cute and lovely emotes, loyalty crown badges, you want a special role in the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. But as always, if you choose to do so, thank you so much. Just remember, that's not the only way that you can support me. Just watching the content like you are right now is truly the best way. Liking, subscribing, and commenting, everything really does help, so thank you guys so much. And for today's video, from the title, you can see we got something interesting to talk about today. Sephi was actually talking about this on stream yesterday, and I asked if I could talk about this because this is like ridiculous and kind of interesting. But we all know about Silver and Blood. If you don't, it's a new gacha game that came out that is almost like a one-to-one copy of Nikke, minus the gameplay and the aesthetic. It's more vampires based, it's Silver and Blood, but all the mechanics of Nikke are in Silver and Blood. Like the Pilgrims, 1%, the 160 wall, the Tribe Towers, everything. So if you know how to use the shop, know how to use the mechanics of Nikke, you can play Silver and Blood. However, the gameplay and the aesthetics are different, but this time, there's this new Chinese game that's, I think, supposed to be a competitor, like a rail shooter like Nikke. Now, I don't know about the mechanics, but they are advertising a certain way that got me interested. And there are some weird similarities and stuff that I want to talk about. So as always, let me scoot on over and let's put it on screen right here. And right now we are at the Ero Era website. This game is called Ero Era and it's by Masobu. So first off, I just want to say W website here because we love to see the website when you go to it. White on white at the top over here, these tabs. White on white. I couldn't fucking see this. Like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, don't say anything yet. Don't be harsh. But Masobu, it's interesting. So when I looked into them, I saw their Twitter, right? So their Twitter was made in May. And their first post on here was made August 1st. And it's by Masobu. And looking into them, they are apparently like the Chinese version of Nutaku. And if you don't know who Nutaku is, basically Nutaku makes a lot of like 18 up kind of games, like hentai games and stuff like that. And there is some gacha slop if I remember. And I think this is their first foray into the gacha like market with this game. So similar type of company before CN. So thought that was interesting. And the way that they define this game is that it's a bold new standard redefining the sensual battlefield. Beautiful girl warrior doomsday back shooting RPG. Ero Era arrives with desire. Please aim from behind and unleash the real me. What the fuck? Okay, so that back shooting RPG, right? That's the rail shooter aspect of Nikke. So that's interesting. So that's how they're advertising. We actually don't know how the gameplay looks like first off, but there are some interesting stuff here. You know, they do have a pre-reg. And this fucking character, hold on, this fucking character, okay, this one in the kimono we're gonna talk about in a second. They got their own problems, but this one right here with this dress, like she looks stacked, but the face, the Sid the Sloth eyes, I fucking can't. Okay, look, just put a plastic bag on her head, but like the AI filtering with the Sid the Sloth eyes, I can't. Okay, this game is obviously using AI very noticeably. And I'm not going to try to defend, you know, gacha games that already do it. I know Nikke does it. That's a whole different conversation for another day once we go through another AI drama. I'll probably talk about because I have videos, you know, saved regarding that. But obviously you could tell that there is just a filter over it and they didn't adjust it at all, which is rough. This one looks bad. But then when we scroll down, we see the other characters, right? We can get a good look at them. Some of them are locked right now. You can't really use them right now. You can see a sneak peek of one of them. I think it's this one later. But you get an idea of the characters here. We got this one in this kimono that looks interesting. They look good, but they look interesting for a reason. We got this character with this purple and green. Just something about the faces, man. I can't do it. Something about the faces. Especially this one. I don't know about it. Something about this one, man. I just can't do it. But here's the thing. There are game features. These game features right here. And I went in and translated them just out of curiosity. So let me go to that. So it's going to look a little crunchy, but this first one right here, real-time combat, super sensory shaking experience. So I'm assuming based on that description of a really bad translation, I'm assuming this is like when you're shooting in Nikke and you see the jiggle physics and stuff. That's how they're advertising themselves. Now, we're going to talk about this image later. Trust me, we'll get to that. I'm going to make a timestamp just for that. But when we talk about the other ones, there's bond resonance from combat to friendly interactions. And that character on the left is also one that's still being debuted soon. That's interesting. However, they do say that there are going to be bond interactions, and I wonder if this is going to be something like Nikke with the advising the Nikkes, or if it's going to be something better because the advice thing is kind of boring to me. So we'll see, because right now they are advertising the rail shooter aspect, but we don't know if they're going to share the same mechanics, kind of like Silver and Blood. We'll have to see. And then this one, highly immersive plot. AI rebels against the world. Apocalyptic sci-fi X AI theme with the full voiceover and high quality illustrations. I mean, you got voiceover. I don't know about the last part. But then we keep going, and there's cute pets that can accompany you that offer a combat bonus. The pet system accompanies you to double your stats without getting stuck. So this is something like Lost Sword has right now with like pets and stuff to try to boost your stats. And with a game like this, where the fact that it doubles your stats, to me, that sounds like a really fun time for whale PvP right there. Let me tell you, that's like that pay to win slop right there. That's the good stuff right there. But okay, let's not get too harsh on it. But that's all that slop out the way. What I want to talk about are the characters, because this is fascinating to me, okay? So if we scroll all the way down their timeline, this started August 1st. We're still in August now. They're also going through pre-registration, but here's the thing I want to talk about, okay? So this character got a little bit of traction, and I'm not trying to say something. I'm not trying to say anything right now. I'm not trying to say a thing, but I'm just saying. There might be a little bit of a similarity, guys. Guys, there might be a similarity. there might be a little bit of a similarity. I'm just saying. That kimono and the pose and everything look a little familiar. Guys, you can't be this obvious. Please. You can't, this can't be happening. This is too fucking similar. I'm sorry. It's too bad. And you might be thinking, oh, boo, that's just like one instance of it. No. Look, okay, this one might be a stretch, okay? Because it's like, this one looks a little like, okay, maybe. But then I'm like, well, I don't know. Because like, Guilty kind of has that like vibe, right? So I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about like Guilty over here, like, I don't know, man. That pose looks a little familiar. That pose looks a little familiar. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. At least this one's like a maybe. You know what I mean? At least this one's like a maybe. Like the other one was just way too obvious. This one's like maybe, but I don't know, man. That one felt a little obvious, but we're still not done. We got one more to talk about, okay? And it's this one right here. And I'm like, why does this one feel a little bit familiar? And the AI face on this is bad. Trust me, this one was like one of the worst ones. But here's the thing. With this one looked only familiar just because of the legs. And the only reason I'm saying that is because this is like Helm's shooting pose. So, like, this is Helm's shooting pose. And like, sure, there's only so many ways you can do it, right? But I like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say anymore. It's interesting. Now, supposedly, this game has a beta coming up around next week. Now, I don't know if it's going to be open beta in CN or if I'm going to have to try to find a way to play it. I don't know if I'm going to cover it, depending on how bad it is. I might cover it just for a shits and giggles video, but I thought this was interesting. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are with that, because this is something I just wanted to cover, like, just really quick. Wanted to know what your guys' thoughts are on that, the similarities. It's just kind of funny to me because it's getting traction due to those similarities, and I just thought it was funny. It honestly just looks like, you know, typical gacha AI slop, which a lot of gachas are. It's just funny this one wasn't trying to hide anything, so I just find that funny. But do let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. that is going to be it for me. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely night wherever you're from. And as always, thank you so much for the constant support. Take care and have a good one.